Hey, it's Holly. In today's video, I am going way back to some of the original compacts that are considered the classic vintage Polly Pocket. We are going to be looking at the 1990 Garden Surprise. This is a set that came into my collection fairly recently. I've shown it briefly in one of my unboxing videos, but I am so excited to have this one. It's such a beautiful set. It's so highly detailed, such good use of color. I can't wait to show you around, so let's get started. All right, today's video is the 1990 Garden Surprise. It's been a while since I did one of these classic compacts, so I figured we'd get back to it, and what better compact to come to than this one. This one is such a cute set, and it's in fantastic condition, which is lovely. But this one is from 1990, so it's technically the second year that Polly Pocket was on the market. However, it's flower shaped, so there are a few other flower shaped compacts, of course. Off the top of my head, I can think of, I think it's called Polly's Water World, Midge's Flower Shop, of course, Fifi's Parisian Apartment. There's a few of them. This is the beautiful hot pink one that is out there. So we're going to open this one up and check it out, but I'm really excited to show this one to you. All right, so here's what it looks like inside. So we will start up at the top. So the idea of this one, technically the bluebird name of this is Polly's Secret Garden. Mattel called it Garden Surprise, but it has very much a secret garden feel. So you can see that off in the distance in the top sticker there, it shows a house. So if you're familiar with the Secret Garden book, this kind of, I think, is supposed to be a nod to that. Beautiful foliage around there, just a little peekaboo through to the garden. There is a nice fountain in here, beautiful use of stickers to just add those extra pops of color. And I'm trying to decide, I think that's literally just another leaf that's in there, nothing in particular, but really neat use of stickers to add color, because really the main color is this sort of very faint lilac plastic with just a little bit of green paint on it. So not a ton of color otherwise. Nice bench over here to sit in. This just looks so beautiful. And of course there are doors that when we open it up, we can see the house. So that closes off to keep the secret garden secret. Some beautiful stone steps, and again, just lots of little hiding places in here, but there's a good amount of texture on this compact, so it is quite detailed, I will say. So coming down to the bottom, here we have the actual garden itself. So you can see that it is set up for tea time. There is a beautiful fish pond right in the middle there, and I love the color and brightness of this one with some nice sort of lily pads floating through it. Again, that texture runs through it, so you can see that there is brick along the edge here of the pathway, some flowers along here, and inside the grassy part of the garden, it's set up for tea. So two beautiful chairs, a yellow picket fence along the outside, some gardening tools down here, and there is a sundial right in the middle, which is a really cute detail. And then there is I don't know what you would call this, some kind of swing ride thing that when you turn it, it will move the place that Polly can stand. So as I'm doing that, you may have noticed that these items along the side move. So it just adds a little bit of mystery and fun to the playset. So let's talk about the figures that came with it, because it's kind of interesting. Again, going off this idea that this is sort of a magical garden where we have all sorts of mysterious things going on. The set comes with 2 figures. So it comes with a Polly figure. And Polly is wearing a beautiful short-sleeved blue dress with white polka dots on it. She has green shoes, a white hat with a purple ribbon around it tied into a bow on each side there. And she has longer hair, which is the hair that we typically see in Pollyville sets. So to see it in a 1990 dated set is quite interesting, because you can see that they were already kind of working on that style for her. The other figure that comes with this set is really interesting. It is a statue. Now it does have a joint, so it does move, but it's not quite Polly and it's not quite Pixie or Lulu. It's a statue that happens to have a bob haircut. It's got a floral crown, if you can see that detail. Appears to be wearing almost like a toga. And the thing I find really interesting about this figure is there is texture on the face. So there's indents for the eyes, the mouth, and the nose. Whereas if you look at a Polly figure, the face is actually totally smooth and the face is just painted on. Whereas this one, it's actually indented. So that's really interesting. So this figure must have taken quite a bit of work compared to some of the other ones. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but it's a really, really unique figure. I find that this particular statue figure is kind of one of the harder figures to find. So I didn't purchase this set for the longest time because I really wanted to find it complete. I knew it would be difficult to find that figure. So let's talk a little bit about how the set functions when you're playing with it. It is one of the sets that, like a lot of the classic sets, not all of them, but most of them are played with at roughly a 90-degree angle. So you have to have the set like this, and then you would be playing with it open in this sort of clamshell view. When you have the statue, of course, you could have the statue anywhere. I think it's funny to put it on this part where it moves to add to some of the mystery of this, but if we put Polly in one of these seats, and then as we turn Polly, the statue then moves through the garden. Polly's about to fall out of her chair there, which is kind of funny. It's like a bunch of things that, did we just see the plants move? Is there a bunny over there? Did that statue just move? I kind of love the idea that there's all sorts of curious things going on in this garden. So that's the set. It's really beautiful. I love it. I love that it has this English garden feel. I love that there's a tea setting for 2. So maybe she's made friends with this statue who comes to life for her. I'm not sure what the deal is. Gosh, I'm having a hard time with this. This is why some of these toys were really frustrating to play with as kids, because they just fell out of their chairs. Anyway, I do love how whimsical this is, and the colors are wonderful. It's really that classic Polly Pocket pastel that we all think about. Of course, the case itself is quite bright, and I'm just thinking about this. I'm pretty sure Mr. Fry's Restaurant, which is another flower-shaped compact, if I recall correctly, is a very similar color, if not identical. I think slightly different shade of hot pink, but aside from the case, what I'm trying to say is that everything is quite light and pastel and airy, and that's what most of us think of when we think of that early Polly Pocket from this era. So absolutely love this. I also just want to point out the detail on the chairs, that there is a heart at the top. They just really went the extra mile with this one, and having some movement in it. A lot of the early sets didn't have a lot of moving parts. Some of them, the only moving part might have been a front gate. This one doesn't have a front gate, but as you know, this moves. That causes the pathway to move and the doors open, which we've also seen in some other sets like Nancy's Wedding Day where there's doors at the back. But this is really, really wonderful. So kudos to them for designing such a beautiful set. I really love this one. I am so happy to have this in my collection, but as always, I would love to know what your favorite part of this set is. I am not going to say the fish pond today because I am obsessed with this bunny. I think that is so cute, but let me know in the comments, what part do you like best of this set? Is there anything you would have done differently? I think that they knocked this one out of the park, and I think it is a really special playset. So that is the 1990 Polly's Secret Garden, also known as Garden Surprise. All right, another great playset. I love this so much. My favorite part, again, has got to be this. I absolutely love this little bunny. I think it is so cute and precious, but this whole set is just, they knocked this out of the park. They did such a good job. So I'm really, really, really happy to have this in my collection. I can't say that enough. Of course, we stan a fish pond, but that bunny is so cute. So as always, let me know in the comments, what did you like about this set? Is there anything that you'd change? I think they did a fantastic job with this play set. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. So funny story. In my last video, I was complaining about how I've had this like a ton of Polly Pockets stuck in the mail without any like tracking updates for about 6 weeks. And not even an hour after that video premiered, it started tracking again. So I am happy to say that that lot from Germany that I'm expecting is now in Canada. I don't know if I'm going to get it in time to film an unboxing on for Thursday. Don't even know what day it is right now. That being said, if not, then Monday. So I should have that video for you soon, so be excited for that. I'm excited for that. I can't wait to do the unboxing. And again, if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do that. It really helps out the channel. It's free and it helps to support us and keep us moving forward. Also, if you're on social media, come find me on social media. Just look up Pocket Vintage Toys and you will find me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I think that's it for today. I am so excited, fingers crossed, that we get that big lot of Polly's in the mail very soon. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.